If it wasn't for the real-life tragedy that's befallen little Chan Shun Shui, or Pumpkin, as everyone's come to know her, this would read like a plot from a crime thriller. The once tearful kung fu dad pleading for the daughter who ran away to come home. His disastrous second marriage marred by violence and custody disputes. Then the murder of the second wife and the abandonment of their 3-year-old daughter in Melbourne before going on the run. Well, now the older sister has come forward, not for her fugitive father, who she holds in contempt, but for the half-sister she never knew about. Michael Holland with Grace Shui.
There's a little girl in Melbourne right now who is essentially an orphan. What goes through your mind when you see pictures of her on the TV?
First thing come to my mind is how awful. Who could do that to their own child? And then I realized that she could be my half-sister, and I'm really worried about her well-being. What's going to happen to her? Is she going to be looked after? And is she going to go through the same emotions that I had when I was little? And what can I do to help her not to feel the same way? I just want to help.
You'd like to give her a big hug?
Yes, I would very much like to see her and introduce myself to her, just to let her know that there is somebody there that cares about her and is going to give her support. I actively try not to think of him. What I say to him, how could you? She's just a little girl. I am angry, but I'm more sad.
How would you describe him as an individual?
I think he knows what he wants. And he places himself above others. Self-centered, I would say.
Were you frightened of him?
When I was younger, I was frightened of him because I don't want to displease him. He's a determined man.
Was he ever violent towards you?
He was, to some extent. I wasn't heavily abused, but there is a slam on the face, shutting me in the bedroom, lots of yelling.
Did you run away from him, or did he leave you?
He left me. There wasn't a home for me to be at, and he left me. After 2 months, I arrived in New Zealand. He doesn't love me, and there's no way I can count on him. And I've just decided that I need to count on myself and work really hard to build my own life.
Which you've done.
Which I have done, yes. I'm very happy. And I have a loving boyfriend, and I have a most beautiful, gorgeous boy. And I'm happy with where I am now.
2002年，大概应该4年没有联络过。
He featured in a short film about trying to find his lost daughter. That's you. And he made a plea, daughter, come back.
I guess people do things for different motives, different reasons. I'm not sure if I can forgive him.
孩子会因为我很自私了。但是
Could you ever conceive that he might have it in himself to do what it appears he's done?
I was surprised that the way he left the little girl, but I'm not surprised that he abandoned her.
You're surprised that he was able just to walk away and not look back?
At a public place, yes. But I'm not surprised he would leave a child.
Because he's selfish?
Similar things happened to me before too.
Where he would just...
walk out. He would just wouldn't. He doesn't think he has a responsibility towards me as a father.
It appears that he might have taken another life. Could you see that possibility in him?
I couldn't. I didn't. But people change, and it has been so many years.
What do you think would be running through his mind at the moment? He's in the States. What's going through his mind?
I'm hoping there will be lots of guilt. He might be afraid.
Could you ever look him in the eye?
I don't want to. That'll be too painful for me.
为了武术事业，我和你失去了联络。我现在感到很心不安。
I just don't believe that.
What can you do for little Pumpkin?
I have the responsibility, and my heart goes out to her. I want to do something.
Have you thought about the possibility of fostering her being part of your life?
I definitely want to be part of her life. I can't deny that she's my half-sister, and it's absolutely not her fault what her dad did to me. Of course, we considered it. We talked about it. And if everything is as simple as that, my heart is saying, I want to bring her home. I want to give her a family. But we all know that it's not that simple.
She looks a cutie.
Yes. Yes, I love her.
And she's brave.
She's very brave. I know she's going to turn out to be a great person.
Well, as you heard, Grace feels very much the sense of responsibility to help her little half-sister, and with lawyers and trustees has set up an appeal fund and a website to raise money for Little Pumpkin's future. If you would like to donate to the appeal fund, you can do so at any branch of the ASB Bank. The account number is 123109 0031 58400. Please identify your donation as Little Pumpkin.